Hello and welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. My name is Brendan. Tonight I'm joined by...
Hi, it's Scott with a full mouth of food.
Oh, Scott. You knew we were going live. You picked just a terrible time.
Yeah, well, I thought the intro video was a little bit longer.
No, it's really not.
Probably just long enough for me to finish chewing.
Well, anyway, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, where stupidity is not a bug. It is allegedly a feature. Tonight, we're going to work on, or I'm going to work on, my Mark III Crusader Marine project, because I need to get them, I want to get them a little bit better for RMO. So, I'm going to work on that. Scott, what are you working on, bud?
I, too, I'm preparing for RMO.
Scott,
In the form of getting my final rampagers done and trying to get the Twin Lance finished painted. Maybe to just swap the list last second.
I apologize for Scott being loud. One, that's just how he is, and two, the system just updated, so it probably messed with that a little bit, because that's one of the things they changed around was the audio mixer. A little too quiet? Okay. I took it down a fair bit.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Alright. Scott, say something zany.
Dippity zoop zop, the doop bop bop.
Well, now
That's all
you...
I got.
Oh. Shoot, I forgot I need more Rackheart flesh. I'm going to have to run by the store tomorrow, probably. Unfortunately, there's not any, like, really conveniently located around me.
I mean, it's more convenient than where I grew up, that's for sure.
I mean, sure. Also, the same for me, but...
I had to drive an hour to go to the game store when I grew up.
So did I.
Yeah. So
I grew up in a bigger town than you did.
you grew up with it. What? Not grew up, but you live within like 15 minutes of like 3 of them, maybe 20 minutes. But
Well, now, yeah.
oh yeah, now.
There's just not none between like my work and home is really the main thing.
Oh,
More
no,
of
that's fair. I can usually divert and go to our usual.
Yeah. I'd either have to go up to Monument or go down south.
To the Paradise City.
Both of which are decidedly not the same direction as my normal east to west drive.
Hmm.
Decidedly so, some would say.
See, the key is you have to work so far east that as you go west, it kind of brings you in a roundabout route around the town anyway. So
Well, that's mostly because there's not really that many major east-west roads in this town. They're mostly north-south.
correct.
Which some would argue is a sign of poor planning, and that the city is stuck in a perpetual cycle of expanding north and south, but never east-west. Specifically east, where there's a lot more room.
Yeah, well, it's there's some things they're kind of just stuck with as far as like city planning goes.
Yeah, namely west, however. Anyway, welcome everyone.
Hi everybody. On today's stream we talk about city planning, I guess.
Well, on today's stream, our special guest, City Planner Plays. Which, side note, is an actual person that is an actual city planner, but is also a YouTuber who plays city planner games.
Oh, I think I know that one. I like him, he's funny.
He's interesting. He has talked about Colorado Springs a couple times.
About it being a nightmare?
Specifically about the time they tried to turn off every other streetlight and how it backfired gloriously.
Huh. I did not know that.
Oh, you never heard about that?
Nope.
Okay, so I think it was mostly on the highway, which, to be fair, if you're going down, up and down I-25, it's really not that bad, right? Like, it's pretty well lit. So you could probably get away with fewer lights. So, one of the city council decided to pass a thing saying, all right, to save money on both electricity and having to replace the bulbs, we are going to only light every other light. Now, Scott, how familiar are you with the design of streetlights?
Not at all.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. Would it shock you to learn that they are essentially a metal tube with a long copper wire going from the bottom all the way up to the light?
That would track.
Now, tell me, Scott.
Oh, shoot. Did the meth head steal the copper?
Yes, they did.
Hell yeah.
People were... Because all you gotta do to reach it is unscrew the bottom little panel, and if it's not on, it's not electrified. So people were stealing the copper out of the streetlights, and it genuinely cost the city more money to consistently replace the copper than it did to just run the lights.
Well,
so yeah.
Funds. On that bombshell, how's chat doing?
Seems like chat is also embracing chaos. CCTV eyes. I'm just gonna call you eyes. I'm pretty sure I've seen you. It's been a little bit, but I think I've seen you around. They got a box of war dogs a few days ago.
Oh.
So everyone's kind of talking about chaos a little bit. Looks like Tristan. Okay, Tristan is sounds like he's putting together his StarCraft. He's got a fresh bottle of Citadel cement and a huge box of StarCraft.
And when is because the official release for that soon, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of it, to be 100% honest.
I think it is.
I didn't even know it existed until we got to Adepticon. Tristan and John specifically freaking out about it was the first time I had ever heard about it. Like, I definitely saw videos that were featuring it. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, I remember someone, like, showing that. But I haven't watched it. I didn't, like, watch anything on it.
I'd seen a lot about it, or at least that it existed. But nothing about when its existence would come to pass.
I mean, it has to be relatively soon. If Adepticon was the kind of pre-launch, I imagine it's coming to box stores soonish. Okay, that's what I thought, Eyes. I thought I'd seen you. I remember your profile picture before. It's one of the few red ones I've seen. I was like, I know that. I've seen it before.
I know that red. I've seen that red before.
I'm seeing red.
Alright, now that we've shoveled food down our face, let's get painting. I need to prime my sticks? Crew talks? I don't remember if I need to... Yeah, I only need to prime 6. Prime and paint 6, that is.
Prime and paint 6? Wow.
But there's so many dang crew in my list, I've just slap-chopped them all, so it's not a huge time investment.
No, that's the smart way to do it. If I was running...
The Twin Lance we're taking some more time with. However, all these crew, as there's enough of them and they die quick enough that I think I'm okay just painting them fast.
That's fair. That's fair. So are you doing the...
Butts.
Are you doing the twins in, like, the normal colors, or you're going to do something a bit different?
I'm doing their box art scheme. Generally speaking, for named characters, I try to stay to the box art.
Okay.
Because I suppose, like, in theory, in canon, they would just be, like, showing up to help, right?
I mean, true, but isn't your thing technically Farside Enclave?
No, I mean, I use the Farside Enclave rules, but...
Oh.
It's my own sept that I made when I was a wee lad.
I thought it was, like... Well, yeah, but I thought it was, like, a sept that was, like, loyal to the Enclave.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's several steps that are loyal to the Enclave, so I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, yeah. I suppose both are right.
Let's see. I says their avatar thing. I don't know. It's a profile picture. What I'm looking for is taken from the Divine CEO music video by Lulu Yam. Not familiar.
All right.
I also don't know music. I almost dipped my paintbrush into my drinking cup, and not my paint cup. That would have been a first for me.
Also, the other thing is with like painting name characters like that, is, it gives me a little palate cleanser from the rest of the army.
I mean, it's fair. Though, really, when was
And
the
I'll
last
use
time?
like the basing to like tie it together.
When was the last time you painted like actual Tau though? That wasn't like a flyer.
A couple months ago when I was painting stealth suits, I want to say.
Okay. I forgot about the new stealth suits. I was like, I
I
can't
don't have the
remember.
new stealth suits. I just got more stealth suits.
Okay, fair, but new to you stealth suits. How about that?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Biddy, you are shedding like craziness, ma'am. Your little furs are everywhere.
Shedding? That's okay. Did anyone else not hear shedding?
She's shouting all over the place. Hi, kitty. Here, cuddle with the...
Thank you, eyes. Thank you. I want to know I'm not alone. They heard
Cuddle
it
with
too.
these, basing materials. Sorry, cuddle with these, resin bases.
It's funny you say that. Tristan just said that cat litter is great basing material, so
Oh, that it is.
cat owners are weird. Isn't that right, Aryas?
I think it might be more terrain builders are weird. Pretty much like, if it exists, it's probably decent terrain material or basing material.
I don't believe uranium makes good basing material.
That's where I would call you a coward.
Today on Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, Scott infiltrates our local
Just get
nuclear
some-
reactor.
Just get some uranium glass in there, you're good to go. Stylish, effective, unique.
Scott, did I ever tell you about one of the first times I went on a field problem in the army with like my actual unit?
Was it you? Were you the problem?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was doing okay. Anyway, we go out there, and we get out there. We park the vehicles. Kind of getting set in for the night.
Does.
It's like the first night. We're really not doing anything. We're just kind of getting, moving out, getting ready. And
As
as
one
we're
does.
like looking for somewhere to like stop for the night, we pull off in this field. And there's like a road to the side, and there's another field kind of off behind it, and it has a sign on it. And we notice that every like 10 to 20 feet, we see another of these signs, like attached to like the barbed wire fence. We're like, oh, that's interesting. That has to like actually say something, like something kind of important that they would put it on so often. So a guy goes over there to read it, and he comes back. And Scott, would you like to guess what the sign said?
Stay 500 feet back. Explosives.
Not explosives. Radiation warning.
Ah.
Apparently, on the other side of that road was a hill. The hill had once been used the backdrop for M1 Abrams' gunnery range.
Oh.
So now this hill is just full of depleted uranium rods. And because of it...
It's one of the... It's one of those things where, like, you're wondering why the sign wasn't bigger. Because I actually had the same thing happen to me while I was fishing. Well, not you radioactive, but like,
Yeah.
my dad's a really big fisher. He fishes the bass tournament circuits a lot.
Mhm.
He was I was working in Virginia for a little bit, and he had a tournament on the Chesapeake. So he came down and he invited me to join him for practice. So we were fishing down, or not the Chesapeake, the Potomac.
Mhm.
So we were fishing down the Potomac. We were by a naval installation because it's pretty close to DC, so there's military installations everywhere, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And there was a sign. So we were fishing this little cove, and there was a sign, right, that said something. We couldn't read it. Okay, well, we get closer, and I get to the point where I can start reading it. My dad is a bit older. He's 68, I want to say. So he couldn't read it, but we got close enough, and it said, "Danger, unexploded ordnance. Stay back 500 feet." In a font that definitely could not be read at 500 feet. So we were maybe like, I don't know, 50 feet from the sign at that point. It's like, huh. Hey, Dad, you might want to back up a little bit before I catch a grenade or something.
I mean, yeah. So
It's one of those things like could have killed you to make a little bit bigger font.
to make it a little, maybe a slightly bigger sign, even dare I say?
Maybe a buoy, even. Usually
Uh,
for things like that, you have like a buoy or something in the water that says "Stay back."
While we were on one of the land nav courses, we managed to find a piece of what may or may not have been unexploded ordnance. And I believe the quote, I was told, quote, "Leave it alone. If we say anything, we're going to be out here longer." So we just left it.
And that's how it's been there for 27 years.
Probably. There's another one. We were finishing up a range. It was actually like the next day. So we'd already finished the range and everything. And we were shutting down. We were about to leave. And as that's happening, we were like waiting for someone to like come out and like sign off or something. Like I was literally just driving the truck for whoever was going back, whoever still needed to go back. So we're sitting there waiting, and while we're sitting there, a hot air balloon begins to descend from out of nowhere.
Huh.
And kind of in the same situation before, where we were like at the range, there's like a little covered area, so we were just like chilling out under it. Because it was like the middle of summer. And this hot air balloon lands on like the other side of the road where there was barbed wire. It's like I see it coming in, so I tell one of my like dudes, like one of my privates, I was like, "Hey, go over there, like go up to the tower and let them know there's a hot air balloon landing." And he's like, "What?" I was like, just go." He's like, "Okay." And he goes up, and so like I can't remember if someone from the tower. I don't think I went over to talk to him, but someone from the tower or something went over and was like, "Hey, stay in the basket. I don't know what's over there." And they're like, "Yeah, okay." So we had to wait for range control to come out. And an older guy from range control came out and he's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "This actually happens pretty often," which if you know Colorado Springs, that's not that surprising. There's a lot of hot air balloons. And Fort Carson is essentially just everything south, every open area south of Colorado Springs. So like, yeah, it happens pretty often. It's not uncommon. He's like, the real exciting ones, though, are when they come down on the artillery range. Because that has a lot of unexploded ordnance on it.
I mean, that's fair.
Not to mention the occasional live fire exercise. Because here's the thing about hot air balloons. They technically have to comply to FAA regulations, of course. However, they have very little control over where they actually go.
Just gotta get like one of those handheld fans and just kind of try to push.
And I think there's like essentially some ways to steer it. I think you can kind of like, I assume you can mess with what would be ballast, the like weight, how it's distributed. You can like mess with that to kind of like go one way or the other. And I assume you can like adjust your altitude to different currents. They'll direct you in one general direction or the other.
Yeah.
But you're still limited.
I had a coworker have to call out from work once because his car was hit by a hot air balloon.
I think I remember you telling me. I
Yeah,
think
he just like texted our group chats like, "Guys, I'm not going to be able to come in today. Hot air balloon hit my car." So of course we had to ask for pictures because, there's no way. Well, there was a way, and it was his current way. And there's a way that he was living with a hot air balloon landed on top of his car. Just full Goomba stomped it.
like I said, they just kind of do it. They can do whatever they want. Mostly because they can't do anything. Can't do what they want.
Yeah, I was about to say, they really can't do what they want. That's the issue.
It's really amazing, actually, with the amount of like Air Force bases specifically around us, right? Like both here and up to Denver. Like just the sheer amount of aircraft that occupy our airspace on any given day between the Army, the Air Force, and civilian like aircraft is insane, right?
Yeah.
The fact that this is also one of the hot air balloon like meccas is deeply hilarious. It's like, how does the FAA approve this ever? Especially the big one every year. Which I still haven't gone to. I really had to go to the liftoff one of these days.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. It looks real pretty.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where like you see the pictures, you're like, oh, it's really, it looks really nice, blah blah blah, and then like you go and you're like, oh, yep, those are hot air balloons.
It's a bunch of balloons ballooning around.
The human eye is not as good as some cameras. Perky and Eyes are talking in chat a little bit. Ooh, excuse me. Turkey. Perky said,
Turkey.
artillery is a blast. Because
Yeah.
Perky. He also said he likes how Bane Blades can fire blast weapons into melee now. Which seems to be a bit of surprise to Eyes. And yes, it is. It's not changed to blast or anything. At least as far as we know, it's not changed in 11th edition. It's actually part of the new guard detachment they showed off yesterday that lets guard. It's basically the Bane Blade detachment. One of them is. It lets you like take a Bane Blade as a character,
Mm-hmm.
which they are 100% solely doing as a reference to Yarick's Bane Blade. No way it's not.
100%.
There's one thing I noticed with these last couple detachments. I think the design team is just having fun with this. Like, I don't think, because some people, especially with like people were talking about, I think it's one of the orc detachments today, and they're like, oh, I don't think blah 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 is going to be good. And it's like, I don't think it's supposed to be good. I think it's supposed to be dumb and fun. You know what I mean?
It's here for a good time.
I think I threw off one of the people at the. It might have actually been Katie and Sergeant Steele when we were at the Apocalypse game. I was like, look, guys, I'm not here. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, I did not bring that many dudes.
And then you went up against me, who brought a lot of dudes.
And you know who had more dudes at the end of the game?
Me? Because you got tabled?
I didn't get tabled. My Land Raider made it to the end, mostly because by the time
You had a Land Raider at Helbrecht.
by the time the Land Raider came back, there was literally nothing else left. Like, you guys didn't have anything that could physically kill the Land Raider at that point, I don't think, is what happened.
Yeah, except for maybe like lucky shots from ghost kills, but that's about it.
It was on the opposite side of the board, too. I don't think... Actually, did you even have ghost kills left?
I did not, but the other guy brought his over.
Oh, okay. That's right. I feel like we kept forgetting about his stuff, to be 100% honest.
Oh no, I was using them for all they were worth.
Oh, okay.
I needed all the firepower I could get.
Honestly, the fact that I was still on the board at the end was amazing to me, because I fully expected to get tabled. Because I only brought, like, 2,500 points. Out of a max of, like, what?
4K?
Yeah. Like, of any individual army, I definitely brought one of the smaller ones. Also, side note on that, turns out Agrippina is actually a thing in lore.
I noticed that after the fact.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until literally today someone made a post. It's a Forge World. I saw on like the AdMech subreddit.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, neat. Didn't know that.
What to do?
No Perkysaurus. Orcs live for the Waffle House. We've discussed this. Yeah, there's been a lot of people kind of poo-pooing the new detachments for both orcs and guard. And fair. I don't know if any of them are gonna like blow up the competitive
Dang, I
scene.
didn't realize people removed their sense of fun surgically.
That was the other thing. It's like they don't need to be good. It's a free option. You don't even have to pay for it. Like it just needs to be a fun occasional change of pace.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Turbo Booster is bad because it requires you to expose a relatively weak vehicle for a full turn before you can even use it. Because the vehicle has to go in a straight line.
I mean, if you set it up the turn before, you could turbo boost in theory between cover.
Yeah, but that's not what they want you to do. If you're
It's
using
niche.
if you're using turbo boosts, it's just to yeet something across the board as far as you can. And GW,
They can still fire assault weapons though, right?
yeah, you still fire assault weapons. The only thing you can't do is you absolutely positively cannot charge. Even if you have an ability that gives you advance and charge, you do not get to charge.
They say no. Not just no, but hell no.
They put a FAQ on the thing just to tell you that very specifically.
Just to really cut that off at the knees before somebody tries something shisty.
Something goofy. I mean, competitively, it still has some niche play because like that's pretty good for like secondaries and stuff. But
yeah, I think a lot of it's really going to come down to these force dispositions. Because it sounded like specific detachments could use specific force dispositions.
oh, you're talking for 11th?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that it can use specific force dispositions, that it can detachments that are like fewer points will often be focused around like one specific type of unit.
Right, but it also sounded like in the article that specific detachments give you access to specific force dispositions to choose from.
And that could be wrong. It's not the vibe I got, but real quick.
Yeah, I'd have to go look at the article, but
It's the way it sounded to me is like you can still take whatever you want whenever you want, same way you can in 10th. It's just like, hey, this like detachment, it's like 1 to 2 points. It's focused around Terminator, so you probably want to take Terminator with it, but you don't have to.
yeah, but I'll check.
Okay.
But it also sounded like, if it was a Terminator detachment, it's probably going to focus on either take and hold or the kill one. So
Fair.
let's find out. Let's go through the Wayback Machine to last week.
Oh, okay. You mean for like primary?
Yes.
Okay. When you said force disposition, I'm thinking like detachment, like Horus Heresy 2.0, where it gave you access to certain types of units. When I hear force disposition, I think physically like the organization of a force.
No, that the primary rule is literally called force disposition.
Oh, okay. See, I'm just not used to that yet. Also, to side note real quick, One Fire wants to know what white I use for my shoulders. I don't, technically. I use Rakarth Flesh. It is a base paint. It's actually more of a very, very light brown. Maybe almost a grayish brown. But it does appear white when contrasted with like Black Templar black. Which is why I like to use it, 'cause it's less harsh than a pure white. It's a little easier on the eyes. And also, it's like, if you were going to do a pure white, this would actually be a really good base for it, because you can get it on in about 2 layers. Because painting white on black is a fool's errand.
Yeah, and you never want to start at white. You usually want to start with some kind of gray.
Yeah.
Like that.
I do have some where I use pure white, but those I prime in Gray Seer specifically for that purpose.
Yeah, and usually if you're doing that, you want to, like, build up to that.
Yeah. Because my method for doing white is Gray Seer, Apothecary white to kind of fill in grays in the cracks, and then because it's more of a gray, and then dry brushing a pure white over it. Excuse me.
And I was right, though.
Okay.
When you build your army, your detachments each unlock a different force disposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of which you will choose to represent your army's force disposition for each battle. So, okay. So, actually, it says your detachment each unlock a different force disposition, singular.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, like, each one has like a designated one. If you're using multiple attachments, you have to pick one, from my understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would gather from that. So I guess for a lot of these attachments, it's going to come down to, because it's going to matter very soon, like what their force dispositions are and how those primaries actually work.
Yeah, and I'm assuming these newer detachments are ones that are going to be sticking around no matter what, but...
Yeah, I thought they said all the detachments are still valid.
Well, they said 70 plus new and reworked detachments. The detachments have to get reworked a little bit to fit the new like point system, technically. And I imagine for like force disposition as well. So, but we just don't know exactly how extensive reworked means. Because it could mean like, all right, this is the disposition and the point for this attachment, and like that's the only difference. But I have trouble seeing ones like, for example, Firestorm, where it's like, all right, you get army-wide assault. I don't feel like that's 3 points worth, but I have difficulty seeing that being like, oh yeah, spend 1 to 2 points and you just get army-wide assault. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see exactly what they mean by that, if anything.
Yeah. That's another good question, Tristan, is how they're going to do bunker missions. So like the White Dwarf missions. So it could be that they're just their own separate thing. Like here's this specific goofy mission that you can do. I guess that's kind of what they are now.
Yeah, I would guess that's how it works. It's like, hey, these are special rules to do like a narrative or silly thing. And this is how you do that. It's not really locked into the match play side of it at all. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I am curious to see what else we're getting for 11th. Did they say if they're
Wednesday
showing?
Usually Rules Day, correct?
No, I think they were showing off kind of throughout the week, the last couple weeks. I thought they would do. They showed off a new menu, obviously, for the box, and I thought they did rules as well on Mondays, and then did like 1 or 2 throughout the week. This week might be different because they're focused on the pre-order. They might be doing a slight hold off on 11th news just to get people, not to distract people from the last of 10th, if I had to guess.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. There's Armageddon still. Jingle, jingle.
I mean, hey, I'm going to buy a good chunk of that at launch.
Yeah.
My intent is to get the battalion box, and I'm debating whether I want to get Commissar Graves or Commissar Yarrick, and I'm really leaning towards Graves.
Have they said what else is coming with it? With the Armageddon books? Because every one of them includes some kind of rules for something special.
I don't actually know what the special rules are for this one. I'm kind of curious too. I don't remember if they've even said anything. This one might be the exception that doesn't, just because it is so close to 11th, but...
But I mean, a lot of them have been for like narrative stuff and maintaining validity.
Yeah.
But the pre-order's up, so I guess we could go look.
Well, the pre-order's not up till Saturday.
Well, they said that the pre-order is coming up. So
okay.
They said...
Well, I guess that's true. They always put like the pre-order listing up, don't they?
Yeah.
Even though you can't actually do anything with it just yet.
Just let you know, it's like, hey, budget your money now. It's go time.
This is what's happening. Okay.
You don't want Yarrick?
I do want Yarrick.
Brendan? You don't want Yorick?
But the orc vehicle, cleverly disguised as an Imperial Guard vehicle, is also very appealing to me on a deep emotional level. Okay.
Poppycock. Okay, so it says you will also get the Armored Gauntlet book containing rules for fielding brutal vehicle-heavy battles, including the ability to upgrade ace units and track their glorious victories, as well as a book of 6 new detachments. So vehicle rules, so
Yeah.
vehicle battles.
I mean, we've seen the 4 of the 6 attachments so far, or at least like previews of them.
Yeah, but it sounds like the special rules for this is going to be for like Thanksgiving events.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna play World of Tanks is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They saw the World of Tanks miniature game and said, "Nuh-uh, this is our territory."
Brandon, that's pronounced World of Tonk, thank you.
No, it's pronounced World of Tog. Thank you.
Well, I am a proud supporter of Tog's Giving.
I don't even know if my account's still active anymore. I know you mentioned yours got deleted recently, right?
Yeah, I think I saw an email recently that said mine no longer exists.
I suspect that's probably the same for mine at some point. I haven't
Bye-bye,
played
Tog.
since I think before I was in the army, and that was almost 10 years ago. Once I got in, I played a lot more World of Tanks, if anything.
Well, are you excited for your practice game on Sunday? With your
Sure.
list.
What do I have to
Sure.
play against, Scott?
You're going to be playing against... Oh, Biddy, careful.
Not
You're
Biddy.
playing against the might of Biddy.
It can't be
Uh,
Biddy.
Gosh, you little shitty baby. But you are going to be facing a competitive tiered list that I found that is not Subterranean Assault.
Did you have to look at a while to find that?
I actually found it the day I was thinking about it. I was just looking through competitive information on the site formerly known as Goonhammer.
On tabletop battles, you mean?
Yeah.
Did you watch the little video on why they changed it?
No, I read the article though.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it basically said the same thing. But yeah,
But yeah.
they're like, we're just tired of hearing about it. We don't even care that much. We just don't want to hear about it anymore. Yeah, no, that's fair. I know you will, Wanting Fire, because you're a true son of the Emperor.
Unlike you, in which case you're a son of a bitch.
Hey, language.
I censored myself at the end.
Did you?
Yeah, I stopped at B.
You already talked about your cat shitting everywhere.
It doesn't count if I say it with a D.
I don't think that's how that works.
Alright, so it's an invasion fleet list.
Mm.
Which you don't normally see. The invasion fleet isn't usually the top one. Usually the top one is Subterranean Assault. But it's a Neuro-Tyrant. It's a Turvagon. It's a Winged Hive Tyrant. It's 10 Hormagaunts. 80 Termagants. Biovore, Exocrine. We'll have to make a slight change because Jonathan only owns 2 Exocrines. 2 10-man Gene Stealers, 2 Neurolictors, and a Venomthrope.
I know all these words.
I think you're going to be pretty uniquely set up to deal with it, just because you can probably pick up 80 Hormagons pretty quickly.
That's true. One thing I will say about my list is it is pretty capable of killing a lot of both like heavy things and light things. It's just a matter of making sure both my rep X's actually survive long enough to do some damage. So yeah, we'll see how
Oh,
it
that's
goes.
right. The Turvagon is what respawns Gantz.
Gross. I don't need flamers. I got a crap ton of chainsaw.
I will say the tournament that it was top table at, it was facing salamanders and lost by only 4 points.
Ooh. Scott, did I tell you how I killed Bird's Defiler?
Was it grenades?
It wasn't grenades.
Ooh, okay.
It was doing like 20. He only had like 14 wounds left, so I didn't need to do it. But I did like north of 20 wounds with one Repulsor Executioner.
Hell yeah.
Because I rolled. So I remember my stratagem to give me like lethal hits or sustained hits on something that's been on-spec scanned. So I did that, and then I proceeded to roll 2 6s with the heavy gun. Okay. Side note:
Pretty good.
if the colors like around me suddenly start changing, I think someone else in my apartment complex got a similar desk to mine, or got something that uses the same like lights on it, because sometimes they randomly change, and I suspect it's someone in my apartment complex who's within range. Because I know
It's the upside down.
I know these are not like the remote is not unique, because my wife has one too, and I can control both of ours with the one remote. So if I suddenly start like, rapid color change, that's why.
Oh, yo, the Turvagon also gives them lethal hits. Yo, this list is sick. All right, I'm excited
Why are you like this?
because it's sick. I'm a sick man. What does Invasion Fleet even do?
Tell me something I don't know.
Oh, okay. Start of the first battle round, I pick an adaptation. So either I give myself sustained against infantry or swarm, lethal against monsters and vehicles, or precision if I do a critical hit.
I need to make a list of colors I need. I haven't been painting a lot lately, so I'm kind of discovering stuff live. Evidently, I need more lead belcher too, which is in fact a bit unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I need a decent amount of lead belcher, actually. Scott, you could just say things. You don't have to like physically respond in the chat.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you.
I'm just literally talking about paint drying.
Well, I didn't want to take that from you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy more lead belcher. I think it's the only pot I have. I had it for a while, so I'm not like mad, but Joe says hi, Scott.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, I can't join you for Helldivers right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
You ever have anyone do that to your face
Beep.
before?
Sorry, what?
Do you ever have someone do that to your face?
No, I feel like I'm the one that usually does that.
That tracks. That tracks.
I'm the annoying one.
Tell me something I don't know.
I didn't get the job.
Oh. Didn't you just apply for the job on a lark?
Kinda, yeah. So I'm not overly broke up about it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So, is what it is. Tristan, it's called a tabletop battle games now.
Right.
Radical Christian Cucumber. What the? Oh.
Behold, Larry.
You have VeggieTales in the background?
Yeah, it's my wife's desk. What do you want from me?
Oh. Huh. I've never known. Did you rearrange your office recently?
Not in like several months.
Okay. Well, I just never noticed it. Hmm.
Larry has been there since whenever I moved this camera to actually like see that wall and not my like closet.
Oh my god, it... Larry.
Oopie goopie. And Larry.
Ah, jeez, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm inattentive. Or something.
Chat, laugh at this user. Apparently, Eyes accidentally launched one of their War Dog parts across the room and has now been lost to the carpet.
The carpet demands sacrifice. I hope it wasn't something important.
Hopefully it wasn't load bearing. No, it isn't load bearing.
A like and subscription to the channel?
That too, and the wall in the stream room.
Actually, I think it might be.
That we are legally required to tear down, Scott. The people voted.
I think you're full of beans.
I mean, we can.
Full of it.
You want to hold another vote?
Oh, hey, the light's doing the thing.
Is it?
I thought it, so I just saw it.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a white.
It looks like it, or your white balance is going a little whackadoodles.
It might be because I'm moving right in front of my like main light.
How dare you?
Ah, paint. I touched wet paint. Ah, see, Joe's on my side.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we gotta break down the back wall in the streaming room. We need more space.
Well, we're always breaking the fourth wall a little bit. That's just a feature.
I mean, that's just how streams work.
That's just how streams. That's the
I don't think
fourth person perspective.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think you're just describing video.
Let's see. Where is my little known oil? Because we're gonna go panel lining. And there's a lot of panels to line. Boop.
That's fair. I says they have an extra, so.
Little buff.
Side note. We need to get responses from other people about the business meeting this week.
True. We are a business. Yeah, business meetings. Very business-like.
Business.
Business.
Yes. Yay!
You know, I think a surprising factoid is I have never seen the second Lego movie.
It's not bad. The first one's the best one, but
Aside from Lego Batman.
I prefer the first Lego movie to Lego Batman, but that's mostly subjective, even if you're wrong. Lego Batman is really good. It's
Way better than had any right to be.
yeah. Unironically.
Joe has a point. We were actually, I think you weren't there for that stream, but I know Brooke and Bird were talking about getting an Uma Musume doll and then painting it like stonework to hide it as terrain.
Doing it like a statue.
Yeah, like paint it like a statue so you don't really notice it. Perfect for the upcoming Musume movie that Joe informed me is a thing. That's how we stay relevant with the kids.
We can just do an Oops All Cavalry stream. Just
Dress
guard
up as
versus
horses.
cavalry. Just guard versus white scars or something.
Brennan, which horse would you be?
I don't know, Scott. Which horse would you be?
I have no idea. I was hoping you had an answer.
Do I seem like the kind of person that would have an answer to that question?
I don't know. Maybe ironically.
The only thing I know about that show, besides like the blatantly obvious, is that it helped reignite interest in one specific horse that was like famously bad in Japanese horse racing.
Oh.
And I partially know that because I got a news alert when it died. Because that show made it so popular. That even here in the United States, I still got something on my feed about it dying. Because it died relatively recently.
Joe does have a point.
Does he?
It's the year of the horse. It's how we reach our how we break out into
competitive horse racing.
Chinese market.
Today on Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, we go to the Kentucky Derby.
We have to, as long as we have the good hats.
Actually, Scott, you want to know something kind of funny?
What?
I told you I went to like a little like science space camp when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as part of that, we had a day where we just launched model rockets. Or at least that was a good chunk of what we did in the day.
Okay. Did you also lose it on top of your primary school?
No. We made
more of a me thing.
I don't think we lost on top of the Oklahoma Science Museum, but we might have gotten close a couple of times. But
as one does.
We did lose it at the horse track. Because the Oklahoma Science Museum is also right across the street from the horse races. So I know.
I almost killed a cow with a rocket.
Heard a story of an artillery crew that actually took out a whole herd of cattle. So, which is kind of the same thing.
So right across the street from the horse race.
Yeah.
Did you ever get it back?
I think so. I think one of the dudes that was like running it like ran over there that worked at the museum was like, had to be like, hey, we launched a rocket. We're like 95% sure it landed over here, but we're not positive. I think he came back with it from what I remember. But this was like 20 years ago.
Okay, fair.
We didn't take out any horses though. Probably because
those are expensive.
Those are very expensive. Way more expensive than I think people truly understand. I want you to know, if you see a rancher, and in particular, if they raise horses, they're loaded. They're not broke.
They got money.
They got money. Because horses are really expensive and don't actually make you that much money. Unless they happen to win and you can sell them.
To the glue factory.
Well, that's only after you can sell other parts, but I can't say those on YouTube.
Oh.
You sell all that first, and then once they die, you sell the rest of it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I used to be on my college's high-powered rocketry team. I was the head for our avionics and recovery group, so we were responsible for making sure the parachutes deployed and everything. On this particular day, on a cold West Virginia morning, I did not do my job well, apparently. Because this thing went, 1,000 feet up in the air, I want to say, was our altitude target. We saw it arc over. Okay, where's the chute? Any second now. Any second now. Oh dear God, no. And it just comes screaming back down to Earth and just lands right into the neighboring, rancher field. Just, right between an entire herd of cows. This thing was coming in at Mach Jesus, right? It just arced over, and it wasn't tumbling, it was just full on. And this was, I want to say December. So the ground frozen solid, and this thing still, implanted itself 3 feet into the ground.
Fascinating.
We had to get pickaxes to recover what we could.
Yeah, the cattle annihilation story I heard was I don't know if you know this, but in Oklahoma there is Fort Sill, and Fort Sill has exactly two jobs. One is it is a basic training facility, so a lot of soldiers that are in that area will go through there before going off to their advanced individual training. It is also the home of the United States Army Artillery School, where artillerymen and Marines will go to train for artillery.
As one does. As one does.
Yeah, a lot of open space. You can designate a fair chunk of land. Also, there's also, of course, you got a lot of open space. You also have a lot of ranchers around. Ranchers, traditionally, like to raise cattle because they are very pricey, and they're a good, I can't remember the term, but they're good to sell. So, because of this, there is obviously a lot of barbed wire around these training areas to prevent cattle from wandering into them. But sometimes they get on. And one day they did, and the entire herd wandered onto the training range.
Uh-oh.
The herd did not survive.
Uh-oh.
The, shall we call the bombardment.
Well, I guess it was hamburgers for dinner.
Probably, and I bet that rancher got a whole buttload of cash out of the deal. And let's just spare a thought for the poor range safety officer that probably saw all this about to occur just one moment too late to stop it.
All of it happening in slow-mo. Dramatic music playing in the background. Somber music even.
It's like that, it's some kind of high-pitched thing, so you know it's sad.
Like Ave Maria or something.
I feel like Ave Maria would be too comical. It's like, it's gotta be something in a foreign language, but Ave Maria is obviously.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my cattle annihilation story, because I can't think of a better way to describe it.
Well, I mean, that's fair. Those cows were firmly annihilated.
Quite literally in this case.
On the bright side, at least it was probably quick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Usually. Sometimes. Depending.
Mostly.
Anyway. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Oh, that's something I was going to put to chat. So we have discovered recently a few interesting things about ourselves. Specifically our, card-carrying nerds amongst us. The first one to kind of trigger it was Scott has apparently not seen Aliens. Somehow. And we discovered recently...
I've seen every other one leading up to the sequel to Prometheus.
Except Aliens.
I didn't see Alien Romulus.
Which is weird that you've seen that and not Aliens.
I do not know what to tell you.
Like, it is widely considered by some people to be the best movie, the best movie in the franchise. People usually say that or the first one. Like, the fact that you haven't seen it is genuinely impressive.
Well, I'm an impressive guy. What can I say?
That's one way to put it. Anyway, so we discovered that. We also discovered Brooke has apparently not seen any Star Wars, which is fascinating.
I think she's only seen episode 2 or something.
Again, fascinating. And then there was some movie that was a super nerdy movie that I admitted I haven't seen, but I can't remember what it is. But so the question I put to you, chat, is what is a movie that you think every nerd should have seen at least once? And I want you to decide on it so that we can have a night or we
So I
set
can
aside
yell at people
so we
for
can
seeing it or having not seen it.
mostly so we can have a night where we can rectify this and watch movies that we all need to have seen.
Hi, Biddy. Oh, you being good, kitty. Oh, she's sleeping on my lap. Doing a little wheezy, snoring.
All right. I says Howl's Moving Castle.
A classic. I've seen that one.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
Why are you the way you are?
I've seen crap, what's one of the other movies? I've seen a couple. I've seen was it Spirited Away? I think I've seen I've seen the one with the wolf.
Princess Mononoke?
Princess Mononoke. I've seen those two.
That one's probably my favorite.
I feel like I have heard that Princess Mononoke is widely considered to be one of, if not the best, Studio Ghibli films.
Mm-hmm. Nausicaa in the Valley of the Winds is also really good, but that one's older, so it's a little, it doesn't get as much love.
I mean, all the movies are pretty old now.
I suppose, but that's one of his first. Uh-oh.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Studio Ghibli's production height was when we were literally children.
I mean, fair. Hello?
Joe says,
What's up?
"Oh, hey, we got John.
Oh, hi.
Oh, it did it again. It's happening."
Oops,
It switched to
did it
audio.
again.
So now whenever I talk, it changes the lights.
Huh?
So I don't know what my the lighting on top of under my desk height or whatever, under my desk, I forget what it's called. Under the shelves on my desk. That's what we're looking for. It keeps randomly changing to the audio mode. And I'm fairly convinced that someone else in my apartment complex has the same lights. So they're just changing theirs and it changes mine. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Definitely my my bedroom light is tied up with my neighbors, and they turn it off on me all the time.
Oh, I guess time
Could
to
be
go to
the
bed.
ghosts.
Okay, Kat, we get it. You were the president of the paranormal club. You're cool.
By accident.
Not, let's say by all accounts, against your will, but
You'll say I'm the weeb. That's literally a plot in 5 different
yeah,
But the fact that you know that.
that's what makes you the weeb. What are you talking about?
Now listen here.
You're not. Side note, John. So you know what's going on in chat. We are talking about what are movies that all nerds need to have seen, so we can do a fix the nerd night.
I looked over and I saw a bunch of Ghibli films. What's going on?
We were talking about a few of them because someone mentioned, shoot, which one was it? Howl's Moving Castle. I just mentioned Howl's Moving Castle. Joe,
Not the classic Tales of Earthsea.
I think you and I are the only one that know about that movie.
I have strong opinions.
I only know about that
Porco Rosso's
movie.
also a classic.
What did you say, Scott?
Porco Rosso's also a classic.
Yeah.
My bit is Tales of Earthsea is terrible.
Side note, One Fire and Joe both say Lord of the Rings. That's obvious, but I don't think any of us haven't seen that one. I haven't seen The Matrix. That might have been the movie that I was thinking of that I knew I hadn't seen.
The Studio Ghibli Tales of Earthsea movie is terrible. The classic book series, The Tales of Earthsea, is incredible, which amplifies my feelings about the movie.
Oh, Biddy, get off my desk. Stop knocking stuff over. I love you.
Tristan says Labyrinth. Which one do you mean? You mean the Del Toro
I was
movie?
gonna say Pan's Labyrinth?
Or
That's Pan's Labyrinth.
Is that
that's
Pan's
a different
Labyrinth?
movie.
That one's
Brandon,
really
I need you
good.
to tell me that you know that.
I know that. That's what I'm trying to. I haven't seen the one with what's his face in it. I've only seen the Del Toro one. That's why I'm trying to get clarification
Oh,
on which one he meant. Was it? Is it David Bowie? Is that the one?
that's David Bowie, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That one I haven't seen. I will freely admit I haven't seen that one.
That one's fun. That's a classic. Not a good movie, but it's fun. Where are you going?
Here's
Where
a
do you
good
think we're
movie if
going?
you really like Jim Henson.
Okay, I'd say that's valid.
Star Wars movies are on the list.
I put all the Star Wars movies on the list. We did already mention Star Wars because Brooke apparently hasn't seen any Star Wars movies, which is genuinely fascinating.
That's why this became a conversation.
That's part of it, yeah. That and Scott not
Brooke
seeing
has not seen a
Aliens.
Star War.
That-
Okay,
I've
Young,
only
go see a Star War.
I've only seen Alien. I've not seen Aliens.
Right, but it's more
How?
impressive for me because I genuinely like the franchise, and I've seen every other one except for the second.
Wait, what? Wait, the second one's Aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
the only one I have not seen is Aliens, plural.
like
Okay.
I've
it's,
seen
it's
Alien 3, I've seen Alien 4, I've seen Prometheus, I've seen Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2.
Oh, so you've seen all the really bad ones. Got it.
You see, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
I've
Like,
seen...
most people, if you have seen anything in the franchise, you have seen the first one or the second one, right?
Yes.
Like, you have seen one of those two. The fact
sounds
that
accurate to me.
he has seen basically the entire franchise, except the second one, is genuinely incredible.
Have we put any Star Trek movies on here?
Star Trek's still that relevant, though?
Is it still relevant? Probably not. But it is one of the most defining sci-fi franchises.
It is weird like, where fandom is at now, right? It is weird how little role Star Trek plays in it anymore, considering it and Star Wars
Started it.
really where it started. Yeah, like, it's genuinely kind of incredible that it has so
Wrath of
little
Khan should be on the
impact.
list, though. That's what I'm saying.
Wrath of Khan is good.
Does it count if I've seen the remake?
What's the one with the whale?
No, super doesn't. Negative points, actually.
I know. I'll be honest with you. I said that one just because I knew it wouldn't be. Oh no!
I like that one.
I honestly like the J.J. Abrams movies, but I'm also not a big Star Trek fan, so.
I
That
feel
was
like
the worst of the J.J. Abrams movies, also.
That's
I
one of
feel
the
like
ones
the
I
J.J.
best.
Abrams movies were better Star Wars movies than they were Star Trek movies, but
That is accurate.
I can see that argument. But just, I prefer Star Wars to Star Trek, so that's probably why I enjoyed them more.
How dare you, sir?
I've seen like plenty of like Next Generation. Voyager is like weirdly one of my favorite series, but
For the
like,
record, this is a bit. I'm not a Star Trek
I
fan.
don't know. I feel like by the time our generation was like entering the scene, Star Trek was kind of on the way out already. Unfortunately,
Yep.
was it Below Decks though? I think that's
That's pretty good.
the animated one. That one's really fun. I have seen that.
That was shockingly good.
Yeah, I also need to keep watching. 'Cause I don't think I've finished it yet.
The
I've not watched that. I have watched all of the original series, which was a bit painful at times. But I've also seen all of Next Generation.
the Star Trek. God, I'm on. Kind of parody show by.
Oh, the Orville.
Yeah, that show's also really good.
That one's really good. I have
I've
heard
heard
that
that.
described as actually the best Trek in years. So
Yeah, I feel like that's accurate.
I can see it after the first season. The first season is very much like, because it's made by Seth MacFarlane. They told him basically, do your comedy but in space. And he's like, I kind of don't want to do that, but if that's what gets the show greenlit, I will.
And they did it for like an episode or two, and then just made Star Trek for the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely more there throughout the entire first season, but like by the end, it's definitely getting more serialized, and then second season onwards, like, okay, it's doing its own. It's not quite. It's still funny, but it's not like a comedy anymore.
Yeah.
Like there's an entire episode in the first season that is resolved, and I'm not kidding. Like, this is exactly what happens by giving aliens copies of like Desperate Housewives, and there's a Real Housewives of whatever. Literally an entire plot line about giving aliens reality TV, and it's actually a really good episode.
Star Trek is also itself very silly at times.
Yeah, but Star Trek like still tries to take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Until the tribbles come out.
Season 1 of the Orville does not.
Valid. Y'all talked any Marvel movies?
Nah, to hell with them.
Okay, that's a hot take.
That's a very aggressive take, actually. Like, I can understand being burnt out, but to hell with them seems kind of aggressive.
Nah, I'm just burnt out with them.
That's fair. I don't think I've
We're
watched.
saying like foundational nerd movies, though.
Hey, yeah, if we're
like,
saying like ones you
there's-
have to watch, I feel like
Okay, I guess that's
like the first
I think
Avengers
it's-
has to be on the list.
Yeah, I'm putting somewhere between Iron Man and the first Avengers. Some number of those movies. The Dark Knight is also on that list for me.
that's not Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm moving into comic books in general now, I think.
Okay, it's fair.
Sure. You can try to save yourself.
Now, see,
You can
I'm
hide, you can
kind of
hide.
interested to see long term if the Dark Knight will be how long it will hold up. Because, like, obviously, it's foundational to our generation of comic book like movie fans, but will it still be foundational years from now? And I'm not sure. I feel like it's very much a product of its time.
We ready for hot takes? And
Is it that the Dark Knight movies are probably one of the worst? It's like a fantastic movie, but also one of the worst things to happen to comic book movies for a very long time.
One of the worst things.
I don't know
Because
about that.
every DC movie after that, they like tries to recapture that and just makes them super dark and gritty when that's just not the character.
I was gonna say I wouldn't call it the worst things happen to comic book movies, but I would say it's one of the worst things happen
Worst
to
thing happened
DC.
to DC.
Yeah.
If we're gonna make that argument, though, then the follow-up is Guardians is one of the worst things that's ever happened. Guardians killed the MCU. Is my next argument.
That's definitely a hot take.
It's the same argument. Is that Marvel or Guardians
No, I
made
understand
Marvel
that,
very
but-
silly, and it
but
works
Marvel
for
already
Guardians.
had-
It doesn't work for like Captain America.
I feel like I don't know. But I think the difference there is that like the Guardians stuff was playing off that stuff that was already there. Like the things that bring
Yeah,
them
but
most far are
also-
like the quips. Like it got worse, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, all the Marvel movies after that tried to bottle that lightning.
But like they were
Really dumb
already
hot take.
doing
Oh.
that a little bit, I would argue.
My dumb
Also,
hot take
yeah.
is that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Joe is right that the Nolan Batman is also like the worst and least Batman.
My hot take was about to be Robert Pattinson Batman is a better movie. Actually,
I don't know if better movie. It is surprisingly good. It is.
It's
I
really
don't know if
good.
it's a better movie, but it is a more Batman.
it has a lot of problems. My main problem with it is that it's too long. It kind of has like 3 different endings. There are 3 different points at which the movie could come to a close reasonably, and they keep baiting you with like, oh no, there's still more.
We're still
It's all
going.
good, but yeah.
I
think the
can see
movie's
that.
really good, though.
Yeah, no, it's actually. When is the next one coming out?
I have no idea. I don't know when the next Star Wars movie is coming out, and I know it's soon.
May.
Also, Watching Fire. Yes, I love SG-1. I actually just watched the entirety of that for the first time last year.
What?
Yeah,
You watched all of SG-1 and didn't invite me?
yeah. Maybe it was the year before.
I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad. I
Side-
have a signature from Chris Judge somewhere in my apartment.
Well, shit. Did not know that.
Clarification, I have a signature from Chris Judge on a Stargate piece of memorabilia, not on a God of War piece of memorabilia.
Oh, I forgot he's God of War, isn't he?
Nowadays he's Kratos. Back when I was a fan of him, he was Teal.
Side note.
Especially when I was doing a lot of like painting, like when I was painting my house when I first moved in and all that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna put on Stargate and I'm gonna watch that while I do shit around the house.
Yeah, I adore Stargate.
It's been a long time since I've watched like any Stargate. I've only seen like parts of it. Does it also make Cheyenne Mountain look like it's in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
Kinda.
Yep. one of my favorite things to watch for now. Now that I live here, is watching anything that's like, we're going to NORAD, and they like drive into the mountains like they're in the middle of nowhere. Like, bro, you can see it from the highway.
I can see it from the studio.
It's usually really easy to pick out too, because it's like the most green thing on the side of the mountain. You can see the door.
My aunt and cousin were really big fans. Are really big fans of Stargate. They were really excited when I said I was moving to Colorado Springs.
It's funny, for like probably one of the very few shows that actually takes place here, no cultural presence here whatsoever.
It's
Yeah,
hard to see
honestly.
Cheyenne Mountain.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know what I mean.
But like you know, for being from Scranton, there's office stuff literally everywhere. Like you cannot go 50 feet without seeing some kind of like office mural or something.
Fair.
Let me put it this way. In Oklahoma, we had Twisters take place there, and we still talk about it.
In Dallas, we had Dallas take place there, and we don't talk about it.
Yeah,
Well, I think Dallas has a bit more going on for it culturally. If I had to speculate on that one.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you've been to Dallas if you think that's true.
Biddy, why are you in my air booth?
So John's not
She's
even arguing with
laying
me on this
in my
one.
air booth.
I don't need to, like, you're just jealous because you're from Oklahoma. I get, like, I don't need arguments.
No one is jealous of Dallas. I know you know that.
It's a nice town. It's an alright town.
I literally talked about going to Dallas for my 21st birthday, and my parents were like, no, go to Austin. Like,
Austin's probably a better vacation town.
it is a much better vacation town. Literally, like, the reputation Dallas has in Oklahoma is you go there for business, and that is literally it.
Alright, new character in my training game just came out, so y'all can listen to me tilt for a little bit.
Holy hell, why are my hands so damn shaky?
Oh, no. The
And
Parkinson's
Joe's right,
is
it
setting
is the
in.
only thing that they have going on for it. It's like they got the one thing, and it's The Office. So, dear Lord, they're going to hang on to that for all it's worth. There's this one seafood restaurant that's mentioned, I think, a total of 5 times in the show. So now they have an entire, like, and their entire shtick is like Applebee's, but more. Because you remember when Applebee's just had like a bunch of crap all over the walls?
Yeah.
I think that was Applebee's. I don't know. I
Didn't
haven't been
Applebee's
to
go
an
out of
Applebee's.
business?
I think last time I went to an Applebee's, I got cursed out by an old lady.
I mean, probably deservedly.
Bird and Jeff did, but
I mean,
I thought my
but yeah, like so
Same
their
as
entire
Titanic.
shtick is Applebee's, but worse, right? It's a seafood restaurant. The seafood's pretty decent for being in Scranton.
I don't trust seafood.
But a lot of their
shtick
shtick is that they just have stuff just scattered everywhere. And it's just very jarring on the eyes. But they've dedicated an entire wing to just office stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, nice, Tristan. That's still a thing.
Ah,
Sorry,
What?
I missed what?
what Tristan said? Oh,
He has been to his first Vampire the Masquerade LARP this weekend.
Oh, that's fun. Did you do that with Ashley, or because I know she's really big into that?
that's
Well, no, I don't know about
unique.
Vampire the Masquerade, but she's really big into LARPing.
Isn't LARPing Vampire the Masquerade just like walking downtown?
No,
With a bunch of emo kids?
maybe.
I feel like at some point you're just reliving high school. I don't think.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying, out of everything I know about Vampire the Masquerade,
One of my friends in high school, for his senior photo, He found people doing a Warhammer LARP in the local park. So there's like 5 people and like half of them were shirtless. So he asked them to chase him. So his senior photo is him being chased by like 5 shirtless dudes carrying foam axes.
Hell yeah.
Respect. Respect.
I was like, all right, cool. That's fair.
All right, I'm tilting at the train game.
But what a good time to announce our train game.
We don't actually have a train game, Brendan.
We have a ship game.
Unfortunately, it's shipping Jonathan and Brendan.
No.
Sorry, everybody. That's the only material we got. You get to live out their love-hate relationship with dice, but only D4s.
We just program a shitty visual novel of just Jeff and Bird.
Man, D4 is the worst dice. D4 is made to like cause you pain.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. It's all based in D4 because that's all we can afford.
couldn't afford D6s. Even though they're like the most common dice and therefore the cheapest.
Yo, you got D6 system money? Damn.
I feel like a D4 system would actually be more expensive.
Nah, we can only afford D4 systems.
No, I feel like economy of scale dictates that they are.
No, that's stupid. Shut up.
Buy that D10 system though.
No, that makes too much sense. That's an actually valid system. That's not stupid. That's not bad enough.
I recognize only 2 types of systems: D6 and D20. I will not elaborate further.
My bit was Vampire is a D10 system.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, World of Darkness is D10. Ah, you bad. Jeez Louise. My hand's just shaky from yard work? Like, what is going on here?
You did do a lot of yard work.
I did do a lot of yard work. We now have a trench going from my front door to the sidewalk. That was not there 2 days ago.
Dwight Schrute over here. So, John, are you going to have your Legion army painted by Saturday?
Hopefully.
But
We
yeah,
shall
just
see.
at least last time I visited, she was really into LARPing.
That's not a
So
whole
that
other
was a
conversation.
persistent thing. Sorry, I just saw Tristan's message.
No. Now he doesn't respond in chat. Now he has to say something out loud.
I got a brush in my hand that's busy being sloppy.
Sloppy but quick. We got a tournament in 2 weeks.
I'm still unsure if I want to swap this for Shadow Sun.
I mean, you don't have to. It's okay if you don't play the most competitive things, Scott.
It's a competition.
You can be the silly guy at the competition.
No, I'm trying to make a name for us.
Why?
Named to give away a bunch of free coasters. Free mouse pads.
Yeah, it's I mean, it looks silly. Then it's like, oh, that's cute. You're running a meme list of Kroot. And it's like, oh god.
Isn't Kroot literally just meta these days, though?
Yeah, you say that like it's not one of the town metas.
There's like
Like-
4 guys that run it.
Yeah, 4 guys could afford. 4 guys have bought 180 crew. That's me. It's not meta.
God, didn't it win a GT recently?
Yeah, it's the same guy that wins all of them. I think it's more of a him issue than a crude issue. But not
Okay,
everyone
but that's
tracks that.
like
They see 140 models across the board. It's like, oh, wow, this must be a funny haha skew list. Unless they know. If they know, they're horrified. If they don't know, they're like, oh, this seems cool.
no. I feel like what you're describing is like how Drukari and Skari work. He's the only one taking Drukari like far. I don't feel like it's just one person.
Jinx of the Cults have had like a top win rate for like years now, and it's like 3 guys.
I feel like that's true for almost every faction, though, actually. Because generally, people that are able to go far are just the people that are able to play a lot.
Especially when it's a very technical army like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. One Fire says he might not be able to make it Saturday, but it's because he might actually be helping set up a con.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Just make sure you mention us to everyone you see at the con.
You don't actually need to do that. Don't listen to him.
But if you do,
Just
it'd
make
be
sure you
cool.
Just make sure you have a good time.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Have a good time and let us know how it is.
By mentioning us.
Oh my god.
Always be hustling over here.
We're so close to 500. We just need...
And if you want to help us, if you're somehow not, don't forget to like and subscribe.
We just need 51 more people. We're so close. Maybe it went up. Maybe. Nope, it hasn't gone up. We tried, everyone. We out here trying.
Always be trying.
ABCs. Wait.
Always be crying. Always be charming. That's me. Or something. So, here's the question though. Who is going to LVO?
I don't know, Scott. Are you going to LVO?
I don't know. I think that depends on the answer to this question.
I didn't realize tickets were going on sale so soon.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have more time after Adepticon.
For those of you who are not in the know, that is the Las Vegas Open, which is the final championship for the end of the year. So if you guys are going, let us know.
And
But
also...
if you guys in the local chat, in this voice call with me, are going, let me know.
So you can decide if you want to go?
Well, I mean, it'd be weird if I went by myself.
Would it?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I feel like if I went,
to cons solo all the bloody time.
maybe I'm being too harsh on myself.
Calling me weird. I'm catching strays.
But I don't know. I'll talk to the wife tonight and go from there. It's generally come up faster on me than I honestly expected. I figured tickets wouldn't go on sale for another like month or two.
Then like October.
I know. October is like 6 months from now. So I figured another month or so was probably fair. We haven't even been back from Adepticon for a month.
Yeah, the RMO tickets went up pretty late if I remember correctly.
Yeah. John, have you decided what you're taking to RMO?
I'll probably take guard.
Oh.
Do you know what list you're taking?
Nah. Stuff I've painted.
All right, let me... Biddy.
Just please run the
I love you.
Baneblade detachment. Oh no, it's not going to be out. Damn. Never
I
mind.
don't have the Stormlord.
Actually, it might be. Yeah,
It's
because
supposed to be on Thursday, but but I don't know what the rule cutoff is.
I think you have to
For
have
the
your.
record.
I thought you had to have your list submitted by like the 27th.
Let me check.
I know it's soon because I need to actually sit down and submit mine. I'm pretty sure it's like 26th, 27th, sometime this weekend. Monday.
Sorry, John, you were saying?
Not planning on playing guard because I think guard are the best position in the meta, or because I am the most comfortable on them. I play them because I think it's the best painted army I have.
That's valid. Let's see, Armo player pack.
I'm really proud of how that army turned out.
Scott, did you send out that email by the way?
Yep, I did that earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for a response.
You did it today. I reminded you on Sunday.
Well,
At your request, mind you.
that's fair.
It's not that far from Sunday.
It's been 2 days.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
so
only
the so the new rules and FAQ cutoff is the 25th,
So Saturday. So it's legal.
and then it is legal, and then the list cutoff is the 27th,
I was right.
so Monday.
Okay.
That means I can do my RTT this weekend and get that and use that information to decide what I'm running.
I feel like that's mostly because you've been straight up indecisive about running Shadowsun.
Well, I mean, I've done a couple reps with this current configuration. I'm like hesitant to make changes at this point.
Fair.
But it's kind of like, I mean, it's a kind of works both ways, right? Like the later I decide to make that change, the less time I will have to get reps with that change.
Yeah. Which is essentially just the rest of this week. One way or the other.
Yeah. That or I take a yellow card.
What does that mean?
If you don't submit your list by the deadline, you have to take a yellow card. If you get another yellow card, you're kicked out. I believe it is a 10-point deduction.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
So-
a 10-point deduction. There are some people, especially who are more experienced, that do yellow card challenges, where they take the L and submit their list late to use that additional time to, figure out a better list, depending on what everybody else submits, and then see what they can do even with that point deduction.
That doesn't even sound fun anymore. I'll be honest, it just sounds... I don't know. I don't like the sound
Yeah,
of that.
to each their own.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. You're saying they're looking at a game of literal toy soldiers and being like, I need more challenge. That feels like a bit much. Like, just go do something else then.
Well, like I said, my dad never played catch with me, so this is what I got. And there's no bass to fish here for the most part.
Yeah, Colorado, great outdoor state, not a good fishing state.
It's good for, like, fly fishing.
Oh yeah, you can do like some fun stuff in the rivers, but you can't go out on the lake really, which is what I'm used to.
Most because the fun fact of there is no lake.
There was no lake in Oklahoma, and then we made our own. A lot. Like a lot.
Well,
They just don't really stock the ones here, which is fair, because they're... I mean, like, the ones in Oklahoma are water reservoirs too, for the most part, but... There's something with the way they're set up here that they can't stock them. If
I mean, it
Joe's
just
still
gets-
around,
it
Joe would
gets real
probably know.
cold.
It gets cold lots of places. It gets... Lake Michigan. Wisconsin.
Yeah, but
Was it Minnesota?
but Lake Michigan's also deep.
Okay, but what about Wisconsin? I don't think those lakes are all that deep, Scott.
There's a lot of them though.
Yeah.
Same licks.
No, what? John, I want you to pull up a map right now. And
But
tell-
Joe is uniquely aware of this subject and says that Colorado has one of the best fisheries in the U.S., which tracks. But I'm assuming that's more of like
Ooh.
Trout? I would guess. I would have to. I mean, you would
Also,
have to
the
be the expert
sport
on this and tell
fisheries
me,
are
but-
like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah,
Arm
have a map
fisheries?
pulled up. I can see that in both Michigan and Wisconsin is Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior. It's the same. They're the same lakes. What do
I
you mean?
said Minnesota.
You said
Lot-
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I said Wisconsin first, but I said Minnesota after that a lot.
I mean, isn't Minnesota land of 1,000? Which one is the land of 1,000 lakes?
Yeah, it's Minnesota. I'm pretty sure. That's why I said Minnesota. Yeah, if you just stop listening after the first word I said.
It's Minnesota and Finland. Oh no, I'm sorry. Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes to be legally distinct from Finland.
Still blows my mind occasionally that there is a Minnesota Vikings joke in Pokemon.
Is there?
Yeah. In the first movie, they make a joke
Is
because
it-
like Team
Isn't
Rocket's
that
like
they lose.
no,
Oh,
like
okay.
Team Rocket's like dressed up in like Viking attire and they're on a boat and they end up on the boat and they're like, I didn't know there were Vikings out here. And then someone's like, oh, they mostly live in Minnesota. It's just very like out of left field.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think it's in the original Japanese. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What? There are changes of this Pokemon sub to dub?
I do love how the NFL does do like out of country games every year. I think they do it like in Mexico and in the UK.
I do like how they label the Super Bowl as the World Championship.
I mean, are they wrong?
Since they have American football, I mean it is. It doesn't matter, it's only one country. Because there's really not
Like-
that many other teams that would play. No, it's
Like,
really
technically correct, but nobody else cares.
but that is significantly less egregious than the World Series, of which there are multiple like other countries that could field teams that would do well, but they're not allowed to. Japan is
Aren't
the
there
big.
regular-
Do what?
Are there regularly baseball world championships? And I don't think we have a good win rate.
I don't know. I don't pay attention
I know
close to baseball.
Japan's really big into baseball.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Japan's like the big one that is usually brought up when people talk about the World Series not being the World Series. So, like, baseball's pretty popular in the Caribbean, from my understanding. I think a few other Latin American areas. So, like,
Yep.
non-American teams could definitely compete. They just aren't. I don't think they're allowed to.
I think it was baseball that that kind of started the Cuban Missile Crisis, because spy satellites saw that they were putting in a bunch of soccer fields in Cuba, but Cubans mostly play baseball. Soccer is more popular in Russia. They're like,
I think
wait
I
a minute,
remember
something's
actually
going
hearing
on
that.
here.
Well, yeah, because I think it was like next to like the Soviet barracks, so it was like that's a lot of buildings, and now they're building like soccer fields next to them. That's interesting. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that. That sounds about right.
But it also makes you wonder how much of that was like, yeah, we found it a different way, but we can't tell you how we found it. So this is what we're going to say.
I mean, also true, but I don't think how secret was the U2 at that time? Because I think 2 had already been
Spray?
shot down.
I don't know
Oh,
that
God.
factoid.
I haven't watched Bridge of Spies in so long. Give me a second. Because the 2 U2s got shot down like either shortly before or shortly after. I just can't remember which.
At least one got shot down during it.
That sounds right. Okay. Yeah, the first U2 to get shot down was shot down in 1960.
Yeah, I don't know if it was U2 or if it was actual satellites.
I think it was U2 overflight still. I could be wrong.
Back
pretty
then,
sure it's
satellite
easy,
stuff was goofy because like they had to actually drop the film canisters from orbit. And they would parachute down, and a helicopter would have to like grab it while it's parachuting down.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. It was 14 October 1962, a U-2F, piloted by Major Richard F. Heiser, was the first photographed Soviet medium-range ballistic missiles. And then in July of 66, actually. Is that the one? Uh, Okay, so one didn't get shot down in Cuba. The plane just crashed because there was an issue with the aircraft's oxygen system.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, looks like it was heading towards Cuban airspace, which I think was the original mission. Then they realized something had gone wrong because they weren't getting contact, so they scrambled a Navy pilot to intercept it before it got to Cuba. But it didn't manage to get there in time. I guess it actually... So it flew across Cuba, ran out of fuel, and actually crashed in Bolivia. Which is fascinating. Okay, so I guess actually during the missile crisis, it became policy to actually not fly over Cuba because the Soviets were so aware of the plane. Because Khrushchev straight up told Kennedy, he's like, look, we don't know if it's a bomber or a reconnaissance aircraft. So we're going to react appropriately if we can't tell. So, like, don't.
Just don't try me, boy.
And apparently the exact quote is it not a fact that an intruding American plane could easily be easily taken for a nuclear bomber, which might push us to a fateful step? At which point, the CIA banned all flights over Cuba. So I guess apparently Strategic Air Command continued it. So, you know.
That tracks.
Apparently the Royal Air Force spent a lot of time practicing like intercepting U-2s if they flew over the UK.
I mean, it was like the most capable spy plane, so like, if anything's worth practicing against, it'd probably be that, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just a Wikipedia article, so it might not be the most well, like, sourced.
So, like, take a little salt.
Little salt. But it doesn't mention that they, like, coordinated this with the United States at all. They were just doing this to see if they could.
Tracks.
Yeah. And then a whole bunch of stuff. I think the U-2's
Also
actually
kind of wild. Like, when I think of American spy planes, my brain immediately goes to the S-71, when the U-2 probably had more of a substantive impact in the Cold War.
I think the U-2's still flying. Like,
Yeah.
That's the incredible thing, is like the 71's been retired. The U-2's still doing its thing.
I guess, cost of operations is a thing.
True.
I mean, also
What
true,
killed
but
the
now it's like competing with drones and stuff too.
That's what killed the Concorde.
Apparently, the like Chinese balloon incidents a few years ago, they used a U-2 to monitor it.
Huh. That would track.
I mean, it's probably one of the few planes that can get high enough to actually, and it's got a low enough stall speed, it can just hang out for a bit.
Like, hey, balloon buddy,
Yeah.
what you got there?
A pilot took a selfie with it, and it's actually on the Wikipedia page. That's amazing. I didn't know that.
That's pretty funny.
That's deeply hilarious. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a spy balloon too, because like, yeah, it's way too big. Of like, I don't think regular balloons just have massive solar panels hanging out, even for long range ones.
Yeah, cost of operation was what killed the Concorde too.
That and severe limitations on where it could fly.
Both answers are correct.
Yeah.
The second thing compounded the first thing because it's like, well, we can't even go that fast with it. Why are we running this thing?
Can only break sound barrier over the Atlantic, and then you have to slow down. So I think I remember there was something of a push relatively recently, where there was a talk about looking at supersonic flight again.
Yeah, I believe one of NASA's new X-planes is supposed to be like boomless supersonic flight.
Yeah. Fun fact: the test for like how noticeable sonic booms were on the ground was actually flown over Oklahoma City. Also, fun fact: did not tell anyone.
Oh, to hell with these guys.
So
The measure
people-
of a success is how many calls they get.
how many calls they get, and how many windows they break in the process. Apparently, if I remember correctly, that was one of the big complaints. Is that it was actually breaking windows, which is moderately annoying. Especially if you're in one of the poorer areas of the country. Should have bought that Concorde Lego set actually while it was out.
Was that been discontinued?
If it hasn't yet, it has to be getting close because Lego only has sets up for like, what, 3 years I think is their cycle?
Something like that?
Give or take, might be closer to 2. I do know they announced a new Pan Am prop plane that looks really nice.
Yeah, the DC-3.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at getting that for Danielle for her birthday later this year. I think it's just pricey now. I mean, it's always been kind of pricey, but it's... the adult Lego sets are really pricey. I do love the... Pan Am had some, like, really nice, like... is it livery?
Livery, yeah.
Livery, yeah. I always really
Livery,
like
yeah.
theirs. Yeah. But no, theirs always look nice. I like theirs. I'm glad to see that it's... I think, I can't remember if it was JFK or LaGuardia that redid part of their... or like reopened a 1960s section of their... of the airport. But it's like with like Pan Am and... not Pan Am. It's either Pan Am or... what was the red one that went out of business?
That I do not know.
TVA? TFA?
Maybe.
Can't remember. But... TWA? TWA. That sounds right.
The Tennessee Valley Authority?
We are well past
Yeah, I was like
TVA.
30 seconds late on that too.
Well, on
I don't
subject,
think
how
that's
goes your painting, Brendan?
It's going. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's TWA. No, I'm actually doing pretty good. I've gotten the second layer on all the Wrathcar flesh parts that I want. So I'm kind of just doing bits and pieces with...
Raptor flesh.
kind of just doing bits and pieces with lead belcher. Well, I can.
You're painting with Rathcar flesh.
That's what I use for my shoulder pads for my Templars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a softer contrast than a pure white would be, so I kind of, personally, I prefer it. But... Tristan, do you think you're funny sometimes?
No, he knows he's funny. A distinct difference.
So Scott, I know I've joked on this a lot, but I am somewhat serious this time. When are we gonna start working on the 3D printer again?
Hopefully soon. Now that the weather's like leveled out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to ask. I was curious. If you had started looking at that. 'Cause at this point, you also want to pick up those STLs for Trench
Due
Crusade.
to recent events, that has not been what I've been doing.
I mean, that's fair. That's entirely fair. I was just like
So,
genuine question, not me mean this time around. Just kind of curious at this point.
so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Sweet. Obviously,
First
no
wall
rush.
play.
Fair, it's fair.
Fishy.
John's just a fish guy now.
A little pretentious, yeah. No.
Let's see. Side note, we forgot to turn on the heater this morning before we left for work. And that was a mistake.
It's been kind of cold though, or kind of warm though, hasn't it?
Yeah. Which is why we need the AC. It was like 74 when I walked into the apartment
you said
today.
heater.
Oh, did I say heater? We
You
didn't
said
turn
heater.
on.
It's like, why would you turn on the heater?
I think the heater was on. That's what I was
What are
thinking.
you, stupid?
I think it was on, technically. Wasn't exactly working, but it was on. Wasn't exactly doing anything, but...
I've had to like switch my apartment from heating to cooling like 3 times a day, and it's getting really annoying.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I honestly, when I've been getting home every day, I've just been leaving the windows open to just like let things be natural and also air things out a little bit.
I've been
Because
like...
somebody's a gassy kitty.
Alright.
She's snoring at me.
I've been telling people at work, it's like... Especially people, it's like, oh... Especially like new clients, it's like, oh yeah, we're pretty much in summer. It's like, we are, but... We're gonna get 1 to 2 more. Like, we're not quite done yet. Like, I don't get too comfortable. It's going to snow. Sure enough.
And then lo and behold, last Friday, it snowed.
Yep. We're probably getting to the end of the season though, so if we had like 1 more, I wouldn't be shocked, but I'd be moderately surprised at that point. So we got to be getting close. There's no 2 ways about it. Also, what time is it? Oh shoot, it's 9:30.
9:30.
All right, so I think I'm gonna probably finish this guy up, and then I think that's probably a good place to end it for the night. Any objections?
No, I think that works for me. I'm just seeing if I can hit these guys with a wash before we call it. I have a hold range on mine, but I just have mine set to, well, I'm trying to conserve energy, so I just open up the windows when I get home. It's not too warm out yet.
I don't know what a hold range is.
Like it heats it if it gets below this temperature, or cools it if it gets above this temperature.
Oh, okay, so it like kicks on one or the other.
It holds a range.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. One thing you gotta understand, Tristan, is like here, like it's moderately surprising if you have central air conditioning. Like my last apartment did not. My last apartment wasn't even that old. Like for a long time in Colorado, you didn't need like central AC. So a lot of older places just straight up do not have it. So the fact that we have like both a heater and AC, I'm more than happy to switch on one or the other manually if I have to.
Yeah, the fact that my house had one when I bought it was a pleasant surprise, even if it did
Yeah.
only last a couple more years.
And it's always just kind of interesting because it's like, I assume it's mostly like a cost thing, but it's like central heating was pretty normal. So like you'll have central heating a lot. Because obviously that's like necessary here. So it's like they already have the vents and stuff installed. A lot of places just don't want to pay the money to install like an actual AC system. Apparently it's just cheaper to install a window unit in the wall. Like straight up at our old apartment, I think it just had, hold on. The only AC unit was like a wall mounted unit in like the living room. The bedrooms / the office didn't have an AC unit. So we literally bought ones from Walmart and like fitted them to the windows so we could have AC in all of our rooms. Because it got toasty.
Why is this your new spot?
I think actually technically at our current apartment, all of our, I think every unit has its own heater actually built into it. I think it's what's out on the patio if I remember correctly. The last one I don't think did, but this one does. I don't remember what the first one had. I don't think it did either. But
Modifier is asking how old is Biddy?
That's a great question.
John asked that question because he knows the answer.
Yep.
I got her 5 years ago at this point. And when I got her, she was a rescue, and they told me that she was somewhere between the ages of 5 and 15. It's like, well, that's pretty narrow. Glad we've cleared that up. Thank you. So it's been 5 years, so I'm assuming it wasn't 15 because she's still alive.
She doesn't feel like a 15 or a 20-year-old cat now. They exist, but they're like 80% dust.
I will post on the Discord her current position. Stand by.
Can they not
some washes?
just like pull a tooth and count the rings? Is it that hard, Scott?
I mean, she'd already had a tooth pulled. The fact that they didn't do that while they were doing that is astounding.
Little known fact: cats are part tree.
It's like orcs.
Yeah. I do still love that orcs use teeth as currency.
I'm actually surprised that dogs aren't part tree.
Why is that, Scott?
Because they have bark.
Thank God Perky's not here. Thank.
That one got me.
Alright, important photo has been posted on the Discord.
The most important of photos. I'm glad we got joined by the pup on the pup cam for once.
About dang time.
Honestly, she normally doesn't. I kind of want to get one of those like elevated dog beds so I can like put it kind of roughly where her bed is now and they can just like sit up there and then just like be up there like the whole stream. But those are like ridiculously expensive. Like, I feel like the cheapest one I found was somewhere around like $100, and it's like, nah.
Yeah, Tristan, that one was rough. My cat is named after the first cat in space. That cat was not as lucky. Launched by the French.
I was gonna say,
That wasn't the
French
unfortunate part. I was going to say, if she was launched by the French, that wasn't the unfortunate part.
What was the unfortunate part?
Unfortunate part is that she made it back from space, and then died to medical complications when they were taking out all the sensors.
Well, I mean, that's more than the Russians did, so.
Oh, there's a question.
I'm gonna say hello, Mark. Is it Mark Haggart? Welcome. Okay, and we're kind of at the end, but we can answer one more question. I'm gonna call it there. So he says, if you're transported into the world of D&D or all fantasy games and had to make your perfect character as yourself, what would you choose? Race, class, multi-class, etc. You want it, you got it. What would yours be, Scott?
I don't know. Probably Druid. I would say Warlock, but I think I have too much commitment issues for that. Probably Druid. Because I'm not much of a fighter, but I do like magic and I like nature. I'm not the most inclined with nature, but but you know, I like nature. Actually, no. Who am I kidding? I'd probably be an artificer. I want to make things blow up and have little idiots do things for me.
It's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I could see that. Create
Yeah,
massive.
I mean, every game where there's an opportunity to have little idiots do my bidding, I have little idiots do my bidding.
He says while painting Kroot. It's all making sense now.
Yeah, hold up.
Yeah, I don't know what race though. That's a good question. I'm already fairly tall and dangly, so probably elf.
I feel like you
I
did.
don't have a really preference for like the species.
See, I feel like that's why
in
you would
D&D.
probably just end up human.
Yeah, I'd probably just end up human, honestly.
It's fair. John, what about
Like
you?
if we're in a dungeon crawler Carl kind of situation, I'd probably just stay human.
Is this what we think we would be, or what we would want to be?
Little column A, little column B, probably.
So they specify it as had to make your perfect character as yourself. So what you would want would probably be, I think, the most accurate within the spirit.
So I'm a full caster. I don't know if it's wizard, cleric, or bard though. Is the issue?
I feel like you'd be a wizard.
Yeah, probably.
Wizard feels right.
I'm a music dork though. Like bard isn't. There's an argument for bard, but
You know what? That's fair.
wizard's probably accurate.
You got me there. There's an argument for bard. There's an argument for bard.
Elf.
You would.
Elf wizard. Yeah. Hey, somebody's got to be that guy, right?
Actually, you can just do original Dungeons and Dragons and just take the elf class.
Hell yeah.
Because I think, well, what were the 5 original classes? It was literally like fighting man, magic user,
Fighting man.
I forget what the third one was.
Dwarf.
Well, that's okay. So there was like a third one that humans could take, and then the other 2 were literally dwarf and elf.
Huh.
That was like a class you took. It was, I
Yep.
think it was literally, it might have been rogue. I don't know if it was called rogue at the time. I think thief.
I think it was thief.
Yeah.
It was like thief or burglar.
Yeah. I think it was thief.
It was-
Thief sounds right.
It was like an on the nose Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just play a not even first edition, that's 0 edition. Just play elf. You're basically like a mage fighter hybrid, so from what I remember. Or from what I remember reading, I've never played it, obviously. I don't know what I would do. Always like the idea of... I've always wanted to play a Warforged character. Like, really bad. That's always been high on my list. I've never really gotten to. I played a little bit of one with a... It was a Warforged... I don't even remember what the class was. But he was literally Sherlock Holmes. He had the hat, and he had a fake pipe that he would quote-unquote chew on.
Did it make bubbles?
I don't even remember if it did anything. I think he literally just put them out and like bite on it.
I've almost played so many games in Eberron, but I've never got around to it.
I do feel like Eberron is one of the... Or not Eberron. Warforged is one of the Eberron races that's actually easiest to put somewhere else. Because it's like, alright, it's just like the next step beyond an animated or suit of armor. Really. So it's pretty easy to justify. Like, it's obviously a big part of the Eberron lore, but it can be separated from it enough. You know what I mean? See, Wanted Fire gets it. He made a Warforged fighter.
Yeah.
Simple. Easy. What more do you need?
That's a
I
good
definitely think Joe would be a ranger because he's already pretty much a ranger IRL.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like if there was anything, not to be too on the nose, I suppose.
The only like more way he could be a ranger if he was like a genuine, like a straight up park ranger as well. Like, there's literally only one more step beyond that would make him even more fitting to that.
That or maybe a rogue, just because he's crafty,
He's kind of a prankster sometimes.
kind of a prankster, jolly boy. Not like a typecast rogue, not because he's not very like dark and brooding. That's my job in the friendship, to be the brooding one.
You don't say that based on literally all the D&D characters I've seen you play, and your Ren Fair costume.
Well, I mean, one of the D&D characters you saw me play was the Ren Fair costume.
I know.
Defense.
I know.
I was gonna say that's like.
I know it's
that's
the
main
same
one I
thing,
saw you
but
play.
Wait a minute, what other D&D characters have you seen me play?
not like seen you play, but I feel like you've talked about it, and they've all been on a fairly similar arc.
My first one was Cthulhu Batman, I will be honest. My most recent one is just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
He's a Kenku bard that just wants to catalog birds.
My first D&D character was a dwarf slayer.
Blair!
That also reminded me, if we need to, one, we decide if we're going to Ren Fair this year, and two,
Yes.
I need to settle on a costume.
If
Obviously, I'm going.
you all can decide what you're doing with your damn selves, I'm going.
Yeah, I need to figure out a costume because I don't have a Ren Fair costume.
Yes, thank you for the question. That's a good one. I like
that's
that
a pretty
one.
good one. And I don't know if you were the latest subscriber, but if you were, welcome and thank you.
Welcome to the party.
So we're at 450. 50 more people. We're almost to 1,000.
I do have a kilt.
I mean, we're almost to 1,000. Who are you kidding?
No, I'm sorry, not 7. Almost to 500. I'm tired. It's been a long couple of days.
Yo, it's been a long year.
But yeah, I need to figure out a costume. I have a couple of ideas, so I'm not going to say them on stream.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
I think we might have seen this costume already.
You
Some of us have.
have seen parts of this costume that I need to find a
Uh-huh.
way to justify to reuse.
Is it the upper half of it?
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
I have to justify the purchase. It's been sitting in my closet for too long.
Just standing there like the Green Goblin map.
Try to throw it away. It talks to you from the trash can.
Yes, don me. You know you want to feel pretty.
Anyway, Scott, what do we have coming up for the rest of this week?
Well, on that bombshell, do you happen to have the schedule on your computer?
Not easily, but I can get
Probably
set
should.
up.
Probably should have discussed that beforehand. Okay. So, coming up for the rest of the week, we have the double stream weekend. Brr, 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 brr. What is this double stream weekend? So, first up is our monthly Saturday side quest, voted on by you, the people. That will be Star Wars Legion, where Jonathan will be facing off against Jeff. Jeff will actually be using his own army, and Jonathan will be using the Rebel Alliance, so that'll be fun. Then join us on Sunday as we do some more final preparations for RMO, where I attempt to kick Brendan's teeth in to get him some good practice with a Tyranid list that I've never played but looks neat.
I will crash out.
And that's kind of it.
Don't think you think for a second I'm above it.
Dude, are there Tyranids that I'm supposed to be painting right now?
No, I already told. Since this is a practice game, I'm pretty okay with just like if they're not fully painted, it's fine.
But if you have time,
I gotta paint a Legion army apparently.
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
that one's on you. You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
If they're painted, they're painted. If they're not, they're not. I'm not overly upset either way.
There we go. We have the thing for all of... I guess you can still see me, so it's fine. Yeah, that's what we got going on for us the week. So, be a double weekend, so that'll be neat.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are at our regular times of 12 Mountain and 12 Mountain. And be sure to join us next week for our regularly scheduled hobby stream. And yeah, I think that's it. And during that, I'm assuming that there's going to be some panic painting for RMO, because I can never go to a tournament without panic painting.
I think I literally just have to finish the squad, and then I'm kind of okay.
Me. I'm Brendan. I'm so put together. I don't have to panic paint for tournaments.
I'm not the one who decided to run
because it was fully painted.
This is your fault, Scott. You chose. You've been wanting to play 180 crew for literally 3 years at this point, alright? At this point, it's your fault.
Shut up. You're a hoe.
Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you everybody for watching. It is, as always, it means a lot. Shout out to our new subscriber, of course. Otherwise, have a wonderful week, and we will see you guys next on Saturday. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye. Oh no.
Bye, buddy.